for Black girl nerds.
Hi, Lily.
Hello, good to meet you.
It's good to meet you too. I enjoyed Pim so much. She provided some needed relief in what was a lot of heavy, heavy storytelling. Why don't could you explain for those who will be seeing it with fresh eyes what Pim is to the story and how she relates to Nimue?
I think you're right. She is a relief. She's comic relief in a pretty dark story for the most part. And I think, yeah, in the moments that you do see her, you can sort of take a breath. And although she finds herself in uncomfortable situations, I think her awkward energy sort of eases you up and makes you laugh. And I think that's what's so wonderful about her. You go ahead.
Oh no! I was gonna say, some of my favorite moments is that awkwardness of Pim, and I feel like so many people can relate to that when things are intense, and you just kind of have to break it up with a little comic relief because you don't have any other comfortable reaction to do. One of some of my favorite moments with Pim is when she is kind of stepping into a new career during the story, and she's involved in some messy work. Was it as messy to kind of do those scenes later on with blood and bodies? Was it as messy as it appeared on TV?
Yeah, it was really messy. Being a doctor is messy business. But I mean, it was all fake. Spoiler alert: no real blood was used. But yeah, it was certainly messy, and I didn't mind getting messy. I love it.
With the story of that era, there's some fantastic costumes and a lot of heavy things that you have to wear as you're running through and you're doing all of these things with Nimue. What is that process like? Just getting ready every single day with the long hair and the robes and the intricacies of how you all are dressing. How long was that process every day for you guys to get ready?
Um, it was certainly, I think, I mean, it's long for everyone for different reasons. I think for me, it was long getting my wig on because I've got about a 5 foot wig that I wear that I love. Um, and also putting on my boots. I mean, you don't actually see how long my boots are, but they go up above my knees, and you have to completely unlace them and relace them every time they come on and off,
Oh.
which takes a long time. But I didn't mind. It's all, as you're doing that, as I'm lacing the boots or as I'm getting the wig on, I'm slowly getting into the mindset of that world and of Pim.
Mhm.
So it's time that I really appreciate.
When you prepared for the role of Pim, was Pim always intended to be that comic relief, or was that an element that you brought yourself to lend to the character?
I think she was certainly always supposed to be awkward.
Mhm.
But perhaps it was my interpretation of her to make that um funny. Um and if I did that successfully, then that's great. So I think she perhaps could have been interpreted uh maybe in a sort of anxious, uh self-deprecating, negative sort of character, but I wanted to bring some light and some fun to her in the story.
And lastly, I've seen this going around the internet where people are asked to describe their favorite movie as boring as possible. So, how would you describe Pim as boring as possible?
How would I describe? Wait, can you give me an example? As boring as possible.
Like for example, someone said like Lord of the Rings is a little small boy just wants to get back home. And
Uh,
that's boiling it down. How would you describe Pim or even the series as boring as possible?
uh, a, a nervous wreck searching for her best friend.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Lily. I
Thank
appreciated
you.
you, and I'm looking forward to seeing all the other reactions to it.
Thank you so much. Good to
You're
meet
welcome. Good to meet you. Have a wonderful day.
you too. Bye.
Better shake your booties for black girl nerds. Better shake your booties for black girl nerds.